comes to DLC pricing in the Resident Evil series, Capcom tends to follow a pretty consistent pattern that fans are familiar with. Big story expansions like Shadows of Rose for Resident Evil Village or separate ways for Resident Evil 4 Remake usually cost somewhere between $9.99 and $19.99. These are considered major DLCs because they add new story chapters, new gameplay sections, and sometimes even new characters or mechanics. On the other hand, smaller DLC packs are much cheaper. These include things like costume, bonus weapons, treasure maps, or unlock vouchers that help you progress faster. These smaller add-ons usually cost around $1.99 to $4.99, so overall the pricing depends on how big the content is. Full story expansions cost more while cosmetic or optional items are much cheaper. And Capcom usually follows a rough timeline after launching a new Resident Evil game, although it's not always exactly the same every time. On day 1, when the game first releases, players often get access to deluxe edition bonuses. These can include extra costumes, in-game items, or treasure maps that help with exploration. Then within about 1 to 3 months after launch, Capcom often releases free updates. These are usually fan-favorite additions like Mercenaries mode, new difficulty settings, or special features like VR support. For example, Resident Evil Village received VR updates and Mercenaries expansions shortly after launch. The biggest content usually comes later, around 6 to 12 months after release. Capcom tends to launch major story DLC expansions. These are the ones fans get most excited about because they expand the story or show events from a different character's perspective. This pattern has been consistent across several recent titles, so fans expect future games to follow something similar. And a Gold Edition is basically the complete version of a Resident Evil game. Instead of buying the base game and all the DLC separately, you get everything bundled together in one package. For example, Resident Evil Village Gold Edition includes the base game plus all DLC like Shadows of Rose, extra modes, new characters for Mercenaries, and additional content. These editions usually release about 1 to 2 years after the original game launch, once all DLC has been released. Gold editions are great for new players because they offer the full experience at a better value. They also often include extra difficulty modes like Village of Shadows, additional costumes, and bonus content that wasn't available at launch. And most exciting things about Resident Evil DLC is that it often introduces new playable characters or lets you play as fan-favorite characters. For example, players have been able to play as Ada Wong, Chris, Joe, and Rosemary through different DLC expansions. And in addition, Mercenaries mode updates often add villains and special characters as playable options. For example, players have been able to control characters like Lady and Albert Wesker, which is something fans really enjoy because it lets them experience the game in a completely different way. In most cases, Capcom releases DLC at the same time across all major platforms that includes PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and PC. For slightly older games, DLC is also available on PS4 and Xbox One. Some Resident Evil games have also been released on the Nintendo Switch, although in many cases these are cloud versions instead of native versions. This means that the game runs online instead of directly on the console hardware. As technology moves forward, newer DLC and Gold editions are usually optimized for current generation consoles, so they may perform better on newer systems compared to older ones. And Capcom often gives players free DLC updates, which is one of the reasons the series stays popular long after release. These free updates usually include things like Mercenaries mode, additional difficulty levels, VR support like PSVR 2 updates, and bonus items or small in-game rewards. For example, Village received free updates alongside paid DLC. These updates help keep the game fresh and give players more reason to come back even if they don't buy the paid expansions. Later games expanded the mode even more. Resident Evil 5 added co-op gameplay, allowing 2 players to team up. Resident Evil 6 made it faster and more action-focused with a larger roster of characters. There was even a standalone game called Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D, which focused entirely on this mode. More recently, Village and Remake brought back the mode with modern improvements like abilities and new mechanics. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what are your thoughts and opinions about this? Do you like the pricing, the story expansions, or the Mercenaries updates? And what are you expecting next? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. I would love to hear from you, and hit the like button and subscribe our channel for more notifications. The bell icon, bro, that's the most important thing of all time. Do click it because you guys deserve the notification sooner. And thank you for all the love and support you guys have given us. Take care, stay tuned for more updates, and see you all in our next video. This is Capix Gaming, and goodbye.
Dust on the badge, scars on his name. Leon S. Kennedy ain't the same man he was back in the day. From a rookie cop to a government ghost, seen more hell than most folks know. Engine roars like a judgment call through burning streets and a city that's gone in a Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT black as sin. With a gun named Requiem riding shotgun with him. Sirens cry but no one's there. Ashes fall through poisoned air. Every road leads back to pain. Every memory screams his name. He's riding through Raccoon where the dead don't sleep, where the truth runs dark and the scars run deep. Trigger finger steady, heart made of stone. In a world gone to hell, he rides alone, but a shadow in red in the pale moonlight. Yeah, Ada Wong just came back into his life. She walks in fire, she don't look back. Love like theirs fades into black. A kiss or a lie, it's all the same in a world where trust don't mean a thing. They say grace got lost in the fall, or maybe she never left at all. Another ghost in a broken land, or another ring on a different hand. Whispers run through shattered streets. Truth and lies will always meet in the end. It's all the same, love and loss in a deadly game. He's riding through Raccoon where the lost souls cry under blood red stars in a burning sky. Every bullet fired, every life he saves, just another name on a long grave. And Ada's there but she won't stay. She's the kind of love that fades away. Welcome to Raccoon where the nightmare grows, where the virus spreads and nobody knows. Umbrella sins still haunt the land, built on blood by hidden hand. From zombies walking to tyrants tall, to the echoes of that first night call. Leon's fight never really ends, just reload, survive again. He's riding through